So a few months ago, I built my first real web app, not a tutorial project, and it's making around $400 every single week. I didn't have a team, I didn't have funding, and I'm not a senior software engineer. So in this video, I'm gonna walk you through how this app went from an idea in my mind to an actual real product with real paying customers. What I built, what mattered, and the mistakes I made along the way, so you can apply the same thinking to your own projects. So this app lives in the education space, and it helps a very specific group of people prepare for high stakes certification exams. It's a niche that I know well and I know has demand. I launched a very simple beta test using the tools that I already knew how to use and started getting real users. And before I realized it, I was actually able to cover my car payment every month. This isn't a get rich quick story. It's more just me sharing my story of building something real, shipping it, and then learning more from this one project than years of building tutorials ever taught me. So why did I build this app in the first place? I'd been building tutorial projects for years, and at this point, I work as a developer at a large company, but I wanted something that was mine, something that I could point to and say, hey, I built this, I deployed it, I maintain it, I fix it when it breaks, all of it. And before getting into tech, before I got my first job in tech, I actually worked in healthcare, and that's exactly the space I built this app for. And when you've actually worked in an industry, you start to notice these problems outsiders just don't see. Little frustrations, unspoken challenges, things that people complain about, but they just accept like, hey, this is the way it is because it's always been this way. And that insider experience gives you a massive head start. You're not guessing what people want or what people need. You already know. And since you're a developer, you can build it. So while I was working, I kept running into the same issue and seeing the same problem over and over. And the more I paid attention to it, the more obvious the gap became. I knew exactly who this would be for, and I knew what a better solution should look like because I was the user. There was also a personal reason behind it. I wanted to level up my skills as a developer, and I realized that the fastest way to do that wasn't to follow another course or try and learn another language, follow a tutorial. It was building something real, something with actual users, real feedback, real consequences if things broke. And that's what this project became for me. And I did look at some competitors. There were like a few, maybe 2 or 3, but honestly, none of them were doing anything special. Nothing that I couldn't at least match. And in a lot of areas I could improve upon. And that's why I jumped on this niche. I already knew it inside and out. It was clearly underserved with only 2 or 3 people. And it was something I could realistically build on my own. And the fact that something already exists out there isn't a reason to avoid building it. A lot of the time that's the opportunity, right? Like take what's there, do it better, make it better, and actually serve the people who are using it. I think a lot of developers, we want to build the next new thing, but in reality, improving what's already out there is where the money's at, because we're not always going to have $1 million idea. So let's talk about the build, because this part is important. I'm not going to teach you how I built this step by step. That's not the point. I just want to show you that this is absolutely doable as a solo developer. The tech stack was pretty standard. React on the front end, Supabase for the database and authentication, Node for backend logic, and Stripe to handle payments. Nothing fancy, no crazy architecture, AWS S3 buckets, none of that. And most of the backend for this project at least exists just to support the business, things like Stripe webhooks, handling a few cron jobs, some background jobs, and running just some basic automations like welcome emails and abandoned cart follow-ups, etc. Honestly, most of this app just runs on the front end. It just runs in the browser. But the hardest part about this project wasn't the code. It's not like it was super difficult. It was the context switching. I would be tweaking a button or a layout and then jumping into some back-end logic and then back to the UI again. Just the back and forth really slowed things down for me, but it also it forced me to understand the entire system from end to end. There were definitely a few oh shit moments where along the way were things breaking in production, payments not being triggered correctly, emails not sending, but fixing those problems taught me way more than any tutorial ever could. And the big takeaway here is this, you don't have to be an expert or over-engineer anything to build something real. You just need tools you already understand and the willingness to ship something imperfect. and improve it as you go. So once the product was ready, at least like ready enough to where I wasn't embarrassed to show it, right? It was time to launch. And this is just an MVP. It doesn't have all the features that it did today. But I built a few small businesses over the years, and this lesson just keeps coming back to me every single time. You can build an amazing product, but if no one knows it exists, then you will have no users. So naturally I thought like, no problem, I'll just run some Facebook ads. And I had this picture in my head where like I would launch the app, I'd throw up a few Facebook ads, and this thing would just like crush, right? Like people would just show up. And that could not be further from the truth. That could not be further from the reality. That's not what happened. And trying to figure out Facebook ads is like asking, what programming language should I learn? There are endless strategies, endless opinions, and no single right answer, just a lot of testing and trial and error, but it's expensive. So I did the first simplest thing possible. I opened Canva, I made a few basic static ads, just some images, and I set the budget to about $50 a day and launched. And then nothing. No sales, barely any clicks, just a shit ton of money leaving my account. Well, $50 a day. It was one of those moments where you start like second guessing everything, like the product, the idea, even like whether or not people actually needed it. But that failure turned out to be important because it forced me to rethink how I was approaching the launch. So after about like 4 days and roughly $200 in ad spend, I finally got my first sale. And honestly, it wasn't that exciting because technically I just lost money to get a customer. So I kept testing static ads, and after close to like maybe $1,000, I had maybe 6 sales in total. At that point, it was pretty clear like this was not going to work. So I changed the direction. Instead of static images, I started recording a bunch of short video ads, nothing fancy, just like some different hooks, angles, etc. I uploaded like 4 or 5 of them, and that's when everything changed. My cost per purchase didn't just drop, it dropped a lot. I went from spending $100 or $200 per sale to about $50 to $60 to get a customer. So that doesn't mean much on its own, right? Like what matters is the lifetime value. So for this product, my average customer was worth about $85. So spending $50 to $60 to make $85, it's not a massive win, but it works. It's sustainable and it scales, kind of, maybe not scaling, but it's sustainable. And right now, that's what adds up to about $400 a week, not revenue and profit. Facebook ads is something that's like easy to start, but hard to master. I've made changes where I thought like, yeah, surely this would crush, only to watch my cost per purchase go to like 100, 120, which basically meant I was paying people to use my app. Not cool. But the good news is these things are back in the green now and they're trending up, but that's just the reality of launching a new product. But now at this stage, the focus is simple. I'm doubling down on what's working. I'm continuing to test, continuing to learn, shipping a few new features here and there. I just added a ChatGPT AI code wrapper so it can like run you through some scenarios, and that actually increased my LTV by, it's a little early to say, but it looks like at least like $20, which is, now it's up to about 105. But if you're learning to code or thinking about building your own app, like my big advice is simple. Actually build something. Even though I already work as a developer, I learned more from this one project than I ever did from tutorials alone. Real users, real feedback, real problems. That's where the growth actually happens. Whether you make money or not it almost like doesn't even matter, right? Like the real world experience compounds fast. But yeah, of course, hopefully you make a few bucks. So if you're working on a project right now, I'd love to hear about it. Drop it in the comments. I read all of them. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.